These straps right here are doing nothing for this character. I got to say this is terrible. I want less of this. Take away more of this ZZ. What I just said there was not enough for people to advocate for my safety. You think I'm underreacting? I am. 2 days ago, I didn't have police show up at my household saying that I was acting calm, putting away a knife, protecting myself, protecting others. I was not a danger to people around me, and this true call that was called in was obviously an attempt to save my life. Literally 2 days ago could not have been the last day I was breathing on this planet if the police officers went into the situation without being reckless or misunderstanding that most likely everything feels completely normal about the entire situation. If it was someone that was professional, trained, and handled it wrong, I legitimately would be alive right now. And the reason for that is not because of my opinions on anime characters, drawings, censorship, and just my personal beliefs. Apparently, me staying silent is enough to make someone so calm that they will not have police come to my doorstep with a real goal and potentially try to get a situation to where either stay free or live. That's sane. That's actually sane. And so in the spirit of supporting those that wish to amplify me and wish to encourage me about these topics, I'm cancelling a full-blown video ignoring the Loli situation. So I have been very quiet about this, especially a few days ago when I removed the video talking about ZZZ and this character design and how I think people are reacting appropriately. It's more than pixels. Combine fiction with reality. You know, the unusual stuff I've never said on social media and I've also denied in videos. But I don't want to take a few moments to really just avoid talking about Loli as a whole and kind of just how little the anime community has shifted from not just let's say the 2000s to the 90s to the 80s, but I'm broadly talking about the 2010s. Even in the 2010s, you had people, content creators, tiny content creators that looked at this type of stuff and completely lost their minds. They cared deeply. Hell, they even condemned it. And so let's go into video number 1. Here we are ignoring the math now and everything. Even that Loli on the other page is less attractive than math. This is a fake clip from MatPat that he deleted from his channel in the 2010s. MatPat was ignoring Sword Art Online and he removed this joke about Lois in the video. And if he was to avoid the same type of joke in the 2020s, the overall praise, support, and admiration would be reasonable. And I'm willing to bet you if MatPat was still avoiding videos front and center, there's every way a joke like this would be excluded from one of his videos in the 2020s because of just the conversation around anime and manga. And I think we all ignore this. The 2020s has removed a lot of people that really understand anime and manga culture. People that can separate fiction from reality, protecting the culture, refusing to change the culture, refusing to censor the culture, and also being able to separate fiction from reality. And there's also very few virtue signalers that have been removed from the mix. And it's prevented a situation where you can have conversations about this. You can make edgy comments or funny jokes because people are able to have conversations around dark themes without getting calm and feeling like they're being comforted to some degree, even though it is fictional content. Mushoku Tensei is a very bad example of this, of how people stay calm about MT despite it just being a work of fiction. MatPat here removed this back in the 2010s, and it is very obvious that it bothered him a lot. He cared deeply. He literally called the Loli character unattractive. And I think that says enough about his statement or his stance on just how he's unable to separate fiction from reality. Before I play this clip, yes, this is Edgar. May he not rest in peace. He was a bad man, a bad content creator. He had a tiny impact on the content creation space, and he is barely missed. The reason why I'm showing this clip is to showcase that despite nothing Edgar went through and all the light that happened, even he was incapable of separating fiction from reality. It's a terrible video, but bro, where's that girl from now? That's a girl that I definitely don't have any porn images saved of on my computer. They were never talking about Loli in this chat, and you have people already refusing to virtue signal right here at the bottom. But overall, content creators always gave a damn. They cared in the 2010s because the minority, more or less, they were unable to separate fiction from reality. For some reason, when we shifted into the 2020s and there were fewer virtue signalers that left the community, it caused this conversation to disappear to where people stopped self-censoring themselves and stopped wanting to censor fiction that harms everyone. It's very clear the conversation around it, and I really do wonder what would have happened if Edgar was never around. Would he stop making comments like this? Or would he have been praised for comments like this? I don't really know. This right here is XQC. You might not have seen this piece that disappeared about 2 weeks ago. This clip showcases XQC himself refusing to play a straight-up Loli game in VR. He clearly is also someone that is unable to separate reality from fiction. Thanks to the time period, thanks to the 2020s and the conversation around these topics, his stance obviously is very similar. There are very few content creators that are proud or try to associate with this or even in general try to have a conversation about this because of just the amount of praise and safety to their very brand and also life because you have people that can separate problematic fiction from reality. It's normal, honestly. I've never made this statement, but just because something makes you comfortable, for instance a fictional drawing or a game, doesn't mean it should exist. If it makes you comfortable, engage with the content. Read it. Watch it. It means it should exist.